The intellectual property program has been ranked by U.S. News and World Report as one of the top intellectual property programs since we started, and just received an A in Pre-Law magazine for one of the top intellectual property programs in the nation.
When I started to look at law schools, I didn't really know about IP law. I didn't know about patent attorneys and what they did. I just knew that I wanted to be a lawyer. And lo and behold, Akron Law, where I'd been living for the last, 10 years, was like ranked number 5 in U.S. News and World Reports for IP law.
We offer over 20 intellectual property classes, including the IP LLM program. We also have an IP advisory council that's been assembled for over 20 years and one of the longest running intellectual property symposiums in the Midwest. The program consists of a number of different types of IP classes covering everything from patent law to trademark law to copyright law, trade secrets, international intellectual property issues, international patent law issues, and a variety of other specific subject matters.
Akron does a really good job in general in IP, but I think in patents they're just stellar. It's really a great program.
You can come here and come out of our IP program tremendously well prepared for any direction that you want your IP career to go.
I had a microbiology degree, so I wanted to find a way that I could apply the skills and sciences and all the information that I learned in undergrad. So right now I'm pursuing a certificate in IP.
I have a long career in engineering. Anyone in an engineering field is going to run into patenting at some point, more than likely. When I decided that I wanted to further my career in patent law, the obvious choice was to go to law school. I got accepted at a number of schools, but Akron's law school is a nationally ranked program for intellectual property.
We bring in students from around the country and are very excited to also place students around the country as well as Northeast Ohio.
I'm from Utah originally. It's still a little difficult coming from another state, getting to know the culture and everything. But we really like it here. It's really a wonderful place to be.
I felt like it was like a community. The professors, the staff, just everyone who worked here made me feel really welcomed. And I just remember my first visit, just that feeling that like I belonged here. Everyone that takes part in bringing you to Akron Law and keeping you here has really made it a good experience. The school is such a tight-knit community. Everyone is kind, willing to help. It's just a really great environment. I also really love the student environment. Obviously in law school there's like a little bit of competitiveness, but I feel like here everyone's more of a family and like a close-knit group as opposed to everyone just like being super cutthroat. Everyone's trying to help each other do better and advance their careers, and it's like somewhere that I don't want to leave because I love spending time with all the people that are here.
I really like our IP faculty, and I'm not saying that just for the video. First, they're just good people, but second, they are really experts and really great to work with. They've helped us create some really great legal products and really shown us how well we can do and really coached us very well.
The faculty is just great. I feel like they really care about trying to help me get into that field and get into the market. I know that there are people who want to see me succeed, and they are helping me do that, like put me in that right direction and that right path.
So if you do IP here, not only will you have this kind of internal focus from the faculty, but also people who are really supporting you in your IP endeavors.
As part of our Intellectual Property Center, we spend a significant amount of time connecting students with practitioners in the area in order to further job connections during the time that they're in law school as well as after.
We bring in people from big corporations, from law firms that are working in intellectual property and pick their brains about the things that they do and about their careers and what we should do to further our career too.
When I talked with alumni, I was thinking, you know, one day I could be like that person. And so that led me to believe that I can do that.
To know that I've worked with clients and that I've worked in a law firm atmosphere and not just a typical classroom setting.
When I was ready to interview for my professional position, I had already had that experience, at least, of being around lawyers, in an office, doing the work. there was a good push towards the end game at Akron. From the first time I set foot in the hallways, there was an opportunity to polish my resume, to build my resume.
I'm participating in a competition right now. It's the Giles Rich competition. We work one-on-one with one of our professors who is really just an excellent professor and an expert in his field. And we get some really intense coaching. It's a whole new aspect to learning intellectual property that you don't get in a classroom.
It's giving us real-life experiences to be able to work with real-life clients. So just lots of different opportunities that allow me to engage with attorneys.
I'm working for Bridgestone, the tire manufacturer, as a law clerk for them in their intellectual property department. I also have a job lined up after I graduate with a law firm in Houston. After I take the bar and pass and become licensed, I'll be a patent attorney.
Akron Law is where things are happening.
Go Zips!